Hey everyone, it's Theo, and we are working our way through the Lost Quest maps on Ruthless difficulty. So let's get started. Now, Arcane Library is one of my favorite maps, actually. I really like the glasses accessories. Even on Ruthless difficulty, they still cap at trans, so playing this map doesn't benefit you at all, whether you're playing on Nightmare or on Ruthless. Your accessories are going to be the exact same no matter what. But I do find that Ruthless to be a much faster map than Nightmare, so let's go ahead and do this one. And this is going to be a similar build to my Nightmare build. We're just going to build an aura stack here, Ensnare, Strength Drain, and then 2 more auras right here. Yeah, right there. And there. We'll go ahead and swap over to our EV, and we're going to place a 4DU buff beam connecting the 2 aura stacks. And we're also going to place 2 reflect beams, and those are really just there to protect the towers from spiders. And we'll go ahead and swap over to our Adept. And we're going to go ahead and build 3 DSTs, and the rest will be LTs. Now I don't have enough mana, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready for my tower stack, and then I'll drop a single LT. Go ahead, and I'm going to bring in a bunch of heroes. This seems a little crazy. Now, you don't really need to do this, but I don't like my crystals being hit at all. So I'm going to bring in my 2 DPS monks, and both of them have little wizards on. And they're just going to stand over here by the crystal, by each crystal. And this is just to kill the mobs, so they don't shoot my crystal. Honestly, you don't have to do this, but I do, because I don't like my crystals being touched at all. It's silly, but it's just who I am. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop some mana to my Adept, start my tower boost, and now I'm going to go ahead and build my DSTs. They're going to be pointing in those 3 directions. The rest will be LTs. Now my DSTs are basically pointing 1 at 1 crystal, 1 in the northeast direction, and 1 in the southeast direction. And that's pretty much it. That's the build. And that's how quick these waves go by. So I'm going to get rid of all my heroes, and I'm going to go ahead and swap over to a Guardian Summoner. My Guardian Summoner will have a Huntress and a Monk Guardian. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my my Hero Boost. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Tower Boost Monk. And my Tower Booster will basically be boosting towers and upgrading for the rest of these waves. Again, this is another map that you probably only really need to upgrade the buff beam and tower boost, and that's all you really need to do. But again, I can't do that. I just feel the need to always upgrade my towers regardless. It's just weird. And on this map, you're going to run into, not slogers, but you will run into slow harbinger, hills, something like that. Basically, as you get further into the waves, you'll have 1, 2, 3, or even 4 harbingers that just take forever to show up and die. So those are always like the last guys left, so I generally have to run around, grab some more mana so that my tower boost is still rolling, and just finish up and wait for the harbingers to die. So that's pretty much it. We got a bunch more waves to go, and I'll be back at the end. And I'm back. Alright, it's last wave time. So I'm going to bring in 2 more heroes. No, I'm not bringing in I'm not bringing in my second guardian in there, and that's because they have a monk guardian pet, and if I brought another monk in, it would extend my towers and just slow down the wave. So I just brought in another guardian summoner that had just Huntress and a princess guardian. Honestly, I could have just brought in a couple DPS heroes and just sat around and did nothing. But I'm just so used to always bringing in guardians. So I got a bunch of guardians in there. A bunch of app guardians, Huntress guardians, and a single monk guardian, because I do not want to be boosting those auras. It would just severely slow down the wave. And you can see the wave is almost over in the same amount of time it took me to bloviate about guardian pets. You can see all the slow harbingers just waiting to die. Alright, 1 to go. And that is it. And again, this is another map that you don't need the stats that I am going to show at the very end of this video. You could definitely do this map with a lot lower stats. These are just my stats. You don't need them to complete this map on Ruthless at all. And none of the stuff matters at all, except for the asset. Oh, look at that. I even got an alt piece of armor. But we're really just here for those 2 accessories. Map doesn't take too long. I actually think it's faster than it is on Nightmare. So that's pretty much it. Pretty easy map, pretty easy to handle, pretty quick. And I really like the accessories. I know, they're translocked. They still look good. I really like them. So that's really all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. Happy farming. And here come the heroes.